In April 2026, the Dutch expedition cruise ship MV Hondius departed from Ushuaia, Argentina, beginning a voyage through some of the most remote regions of the South Atlantic. The vessel carried around 150 passengers from 23 different countries, along with a crew largely from the Philippines. At first, the journey appeared completely normal, but on April 6th, the first passenger began showing flu-like symptoms while on board the ship. Just 5 days later, on April 11th, the first passenger died aboard the MV Hondius. Initially, the death was believed to be from natural causes. The ship continued its expedition, even making a scheduled stop between April 13th and April 15th at Tristan da Cunha, one of the most isolated inhabited islands on Earth. But behind the scenes, concern aboard the ship was rapidly growing. On April 24th, the body of the deceased passenger, along with his wife, was airlifted from the ship to Johannesburg, South Africa. Only 2 days later, on April 26th, the wife also died in a Johannesburg hospital. Soon after, another British passenger was hospitalized in critical but stable condition after being infected with the Andes strain of Hantavirus. Then, on May 2nd, a third passenger died aboard the ship. As the outbreak escalated, the MV Hondius arrived at Praia, Cape Verde, on May 3rd. Medical resources were brought on board while health officials tried to understand the scale of the outbreak. On May 6th, the ship departed Cape Verde for the Canary Islands, despite growing concerns from local authorities. 3 additional people, including the ship's doctor, were medically evacuated to the Netherlands for treatment and observation. Health officials later confirmed that the virus responsible was Andes hantavirus. Hantaviruses are normally spread through rodents and can cause severe respiratory disease in humans. But the Andes strain is especially concerning because it is the only known hantavirus ever documented to spread between humans in rare cases involving close contact. The World Health Organization emphasized that the overall risk of a wider epidemic remains low. However, the outbreak triggered international contact tracing operations after passengers disembarked in multiple countries during the voyage. As of May 2026, confirmed and suspected cases connected to the MV Hondius outbreak had been reported across South Africa, the Netherlands, Germany, and Switzerland. Scientists from the United Kingdom, South Africa, and the United States are now working on a vaccine for the Andes virus, though experts estimate clinical trials could still take several years. The full extent of how the virus spread aboard the MV Hondius remains under investigation.